Man.
Yeah.
Who's Jenna?
Yeah, it's the 4shxts. What up, Jenna? Hey, it's the 4shxts. Johnny, hold why you so quiet now, Johnny? You just
what?
Johnny use people's weaknesses and shit. That's what Johnny does. He be using people's weaknesses against them.
I'm not Will, bro.
No, you're Johnny, and that's the problem. It's the 4shxts podcast, man. It's yours truly, Mr.Goodbarz, and we're here to talk about the shit you don't want to talk about, man. Shout out to all the groups, everybody that's been supporters. I got my brothers in here with me. I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera over real quick. Yeah, I got the squid eye with me, man. To my right, I got my brother
Johnny Goes.
And to my far right, I got my brother.
You know who it is, Nitro Dick.
And we are the 4shxts podcast, guys. Thank you for being here. Give it up, y'all. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. We try to keep paraphernalia off camera if anybody can. You know what I mean? Just to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a cigarette.
It's a bogey. Yeah, it's a bogey, right? It's a bogey. Welcome to the 4shxts podcast, man. I'm glad to be here, man. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful Sunday. We try to do this every Sunday to have fun with you guys and talk about the shit that you really don't want to talk about, because a lot of people are scared to give their opinions out. A lot of people don't want to say what's going on. They don't want to give an intro to things that's going on in their lives or what is going on in their environment and around them, because they'd rather pay like a blind eye to it because they're so comfortable with bliss. So like I like to talk about the hard things, and I got my wonderful brothers in here with me. How you guys doing, man? How you guys this weekend has been so far, man? How y'all doing? Y'all doing good?
Good weekend.
It's been busy, great, and just working, man. Like it's been a good week.
I feel that on that work part. I think that's like my favorite thing to do, is just like really put my mind to something positive.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because when I put my nose to the grind, it's like my ADD comes in and I just block everything out. So there's times like I haven't been at the studio as much, or I haven't been streaming as much as I'd like to. I've just been working, you know what I mean? And it's beautiful how it all comes along. It's like, no, this is where I'm supposed to be, you know?
Yeah, no, Johnny, I'll give it to you, man. Johnny's been grinding his ass off, man, and he always comes through ready for the YHS sound when we gotta rehearse. He's there right on time, the podcast. So that's the best thing about it. I love your streams though when you play video games, because sometimes you really do suck.
Terrible.
Yeah, see how he sneezed? He's allergic to the truth.
Did you know that
Give me some more lies.
I forget what country it is, but there's a country and they believe that if somebody sneezes while somebody's talking, that means that they're telling the truth.
Really?
I swear to God.
Really?
I heard about that. I swear to God. I'm not lying, dude.
So wait,
I was telling the truth.
is the truth that I suck at video games?
Yes, basically. He said it, you sneezed it, bro.
Bro, hold on, wait.
Like,
No, because
he said
no, I don't want
a true.
I don't want. No. I don't want to hear that shit right now, because me and you and COD were the same rank, and last I checked, the same maps that we ran.
Who's the same prestige?
You were like.
You're like 6 prestiges behind both me and Bars.
Now
facts.
probably.
Yeah,
but
facts.
Let's look at the KD rate. Every game that I've been in with you, how come I have more KD than you?
You at the bottom.
No.
You at the bottom of the board. Maybe you're always. I'm above you. I don't know.
Maybe in your dreams. I don't know.
I've seen Johnny on okay, look, I say he's been on the leaderboard when he locks in.
That's the same with the other Johnny too. And like, but at the end of the day,
bro,
I got the best plays of the game 3 times straight.
He's terrible.
Yo, Johnny Sicko he's not that nice. I'm gonna be honest. I love my brother. He's not that nice. We played that 2-on-2 with him, and Savage had to carry him.
Yeah.
So if anybody wanna run back to 2v2 with Goodbarz, let me know.
Yeah,
we'll do that tonight. We'll stream that tonight.
In Team Death, Johnny Sicko be doing all right sometimes, but it's like, like you know, it'll be like, you know, you'll wake up one day and you have like a text and it'll be like a screenshot, be like 30 and 15, and then you're like, okay, let's get into a good lobby. Let's have all of us join up. You know, we get in the lobby, and then he's like 9 and fucking 14 or something. You know, like he's way worse. You know,
from trading the fraud.
It's like you got the bot lobbies.
Yo, I love a good bot lobby.
Oh, yeah,
I love a good
what
bot
even
lobby.
is a bot lobby?
The ones that you be in when we're not around.
Wow. You know, I've never even been in a bot lobby.
Until I met you. Until I met you was crazy work. Dog, you already know when it comes down to video games and really putting something together online, us at Good Riz Gaming try to put it together. Shout out to the boys, y'all be holding it down. But Johnny gets mad at me sometimes when we be dipping out on things, and this is what happened. Johnny dipped out on me. Yes he did. Yes he did.
No,
yes he did.
No, I didn't.
Yes you did.
No, because we went on the COD kick for a while,
nah,
and then I started going solo.
Nah, you went solo. You went solo.
Yeah, nah. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Johnny, what happened to Gears of War?
What happened? COD came in. That's what happened.
No, I still play the story.
You can't bail on a man middle of a story. You can't.
Tell me about it. I go on. I was playing Insanity, and I went on. And I'm like, yo, where's my partner? And I'm like, fuck it.
Which game?
Gears of War.
Okay.
Well, what Johnny is getting emotional about is the fact that Batista and Berthenthal, Marcus and Dom, get ready for an explosive cinematic experience with Gears of War. This is a new thing. I'm really happy about this too, by the way, Johnny.
Is this real though?
Yeah.
It looks kind of fake.
It looks kind of AI'd a little bit, right? But I feel like it is real.
Did you fact check it?
I did not.
Okay.
Can we fact check this?
I think it should happen. But we can fact check it.
I'll be so sad if this isn't happening.
I don't think it's happening.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
Nick with the fact check. Netflix upcoming Gears of War movie was announced to have become in development in 2022.
Okay.
With Joe Spalatis, Dune Part 2, writing the script for the video game adaptation, the movie is expected to follow the story of the games, where the Earth-like planet Syrah is at war with reptilian locust horde. Dave Bautista presses Netflix for update on Gears of War.
Okay.
Because we all know what happens in Dune Part 1.
So maybe half and half. What up, Raymond? What's good with you, brother? Maybe half and half. Maybe it's in the works, right? But that means they're working on it, so they're going to give the fans what they want, man. Mm-hmm. Fans of Gears of War, fans of Dave Bautista. I love this guy in Walking Dead. I think it is.
He's also
the Punisher.
He's also that's right. Yeah. Yup, that's right. He's the Punisher.
He has a bunch of roles.
He's in some good shit.
And I've seen him be a good guy, and I've seen him be a bad guy, and
he does it really good, on both ends.
At both, like he's either really fucked up or he's like the nice guy, and it's really cool to see him. And like in Walking Dead, you see him be like not Carl, Rick.
Yep.
He's Rick's best friend, and you see him go like insane.
Yeah, because
it's crazy how that goes. Like, I'm sorry, Shane made Walking Dead for me. When Shane left, I carried on for like another 2 to 3 seasons, but it just wasn't the same.
It wasn't. I agree with that.
And
it's very different. It's very different
with Daryl. Like, Daryl's a cool character, but Shane was really that.
Daryl was dope. I like Daryl.
Nothing against Daryl, but I liked Daryl, but when they took Shane out of the script,
that was different.
And like I said, nothing against Daryl, but Daryl isn't even in the comic books.
I never got into Walking Dead.
Really?
Yeah, never. Fucking.
Dang, Johnny, just because that's deep, man. Why you gotta cut so deep like that? Because you all in your little bag because you left niggas in the story on Gears of War with your lame ass.
But you can't.
You left me.
You left me first.
You left me.
You left me first.
You left
I'm my next 5. One after you all.
Look, listen. You had a self-revive. Thank you. You see the silence? You had a self-revive.
When?
You had a self-revive.
When was the self-revive?
When you went ballistic in the car.
What did I do?
When'd you go? See? Look at this.
Like, yeah.
See? You had a self-revive.
Hold on. I go ballistic a lot.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, Walking Dead, not really ever a big fan. I liked Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones was
and
fire.
I liked Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad was dope. Breaking Bad was fucking dope, man.
You ever seen Yellow Jackets?
I'm scared to watch that. I ain't gonna. I'm scared.
That movie's great. I mean, a TV show, yeah, it's great.
I'm scared to death to watch it because I don't want. Because I'm in a household full of females. I don't want them to get any ideas. And it had me all up in the fire and shit. And now I seen the preview.
You know what it's about?
I don't know what it's about. A bunch of ladies went into the woods and
these teenagers. They're a soccer team and like they're going to like go on a championship game, you know, so like they're flying somewhere, but the plane ends up crashing on an island, and like a bunch of people die, you know, and some people are left to survive, but like they're in the middle of nowhere and they have to literally fend for themselves, and like, but like, you know, they're there for this long time, and then I don't know, I think it started some shrooms or whatever, but they think like the trees are talking to them, or like nature like is there, and like it makes them do some fucked up shit, you know. There's like cannibalism in it.
It sounds like Lord of the Flies.
But they'll be like they end up finding a cabin and like they end up living there. But somebody dies, and they cremate them. Like this is how the cannibalism started. Like they cremate the person, they put them on a big log, and they start burning them. And then the snow falls. It's the middle of winter. The snow falls off a tree and like puts the fire out. Like they're sleeping inside, puts the fire out like halfway through, you know. And like they wake up, they're like, what's that smell? It smells like a nice grilled meat, you know, because it's not fully, like it's fully cooked, but it's not cremated yet. And then they just go out there and they just start eating it, and fucking, that's how the cannibalism starts. So like whenever somebody dies, like
they eat it.
You know what's funny too? I heard human flesh is like pork, where it's actually can be addictive. The only meats in the world, and I guess human flesh is
like, why
sweet.
are we talking about that? Like anyway, so yeah, that's where the cannibalism started.
Like pork.
But no, they're just trying to survive, trying to figure out how to get off the island. They don't know how. They're just trying to survive at this point.
That means Johnny would get him a leg or two.
I mean, if it was the end of days, you know, you had no food, like.
I'm eating a femur. I don't know about you.
A femur? Isn't that a bone?
No. Yeah.
Johnny, that's what Johnny does. He gnaws on bones.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
I've seen me do that all the time.
Yeah. He eats chicken feed and shit. You can feed Johnny dried corn and he'll survive for many winters.
Corn? I'd eat some corn, yeah.
Dried corn, like not the cooked corn, dried corn, like the ones you come out and you do one of these and the chicken's like, oh!
Yeah, I just eat that.
I thought you were talking about like canned corn.
No.
Yeah, like alright.
No, I'm talking about like if you threw
a handful, you bite down and it breaks your teeth.
If you took a handful and you did one of these right here,
popcorn kernels from the popcorn,
and he eats that. Yeah. You get him pre-corners here.
Barz sent me on tour.
Like, dude, he's crazy.
He be eating.
Barz, what do I
dried spaghetti?
What do I eat on tour?
Bird food.
Literally.
There's something wrong with you, man. That's. I mean, why don't you just get some sunflower seeds and like get it salted a little bit? You know.
That's what I eat on tour, bro.
Yeah, that's not bird food. Like, but if
it's
you're
straight
eating
bird food.
But I mean, if you're buying bird food mix.
That's what Johnny said when he had a container full of it. It was like a plastic container full of this stuff, and he was like, I was like, yo, Johnny, what is that? He said bird food, and I was like, oh no, I'm good, bro. You got that. He would just put his hand in it and he'd be driving. He'd be like,
what about some cat food?
Nah, bro.
Come on, let's get you eating a cat food can online.
I'll eat a pussy.
Oh God. Oh.
I'm referring to a cat here. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Well, they apparently you getting that Golden Dragon Sun down the street. You might get that with like some Rihanna cat type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I do like me some Rihanna cat.
That's crazy. Hey yo, Johnny, what's wrong with you?
I don't know where you found this one.
What's wrong with this guy?
I was gifted.
Gears of War, man. Check it out.
A friend to a friend.
Sign it. Kendrick Lamar movie with the creators of South Park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
That could be cool. Man.
How you gonna diss Drake with a South Park episode?
After getting sued?
He didn't get sued.
From the Super Bowl?
He didn't get sued.
Oh shit. Not like that.
Sony got sued. Sony got sued, not Kendrick.
Right, like if he's on a label, he can't personally get sued. It's the label
sued, because right? they pushed it.
Yeah, they allow him to play that.
Yep.
They would tell him just to stop it.
Yep.
Shelve that shit.
Now they're making a whole movie in South Park form about the album. that's going to be the album. And you know what I mean? And he's going to push that.
Okay, one thing I will say I would love to listen to, and I'm not even a fan of Drake, but I would love to listen to the consecutive diss of each other on one tape from like Drake, then Kendrick. Drake, like at the
the
time,
response. They might do that in the future.
Like,
that might be like the Kendrick Drake multi-disc album disc. That'd be dope.
Like that would be something.
That would be fire.
Like, and I know Kendrick.
And they can make money in the bank with that.
I know Kendrick won't do it. I know
Johnny's stopping. Nah, they might do that though. Johnny stopping rap beef with that one. I like that mindset. You could. That's a really good mindset to have, bro.
Like, people be making collabs all the time on YouTube though. Like. We could just blend it all together and make
I mean, you can. Like, people do that, but
I seen that shit.
It's not the same, like, if you have an album and say, the beat, like, call it The Beef or some shit, and it's like, okay, so you go on Spotify and you're like, okay, what's this? And it's like, oh, shit, and it's just shots fired from whoever shot first, either Kendrick or Drake, and then it's like, okay, here's this, here's that, here's retort, response, but there's nobody pushing it. That's the difference with someone having it on YouTube. Like, cool, it's a platform, but there's no company pushing that idea.
My only retort to all that, though, is like a lot of these young guys, mindful of Kendrick's and Drake's celebrity and their stardom, right? They are not going to go like beefy with each other at the mall. But it's rappers that are not, I don't want to say a tier below, but like that are not at the stardom that they are at, that will really like go to places and try to set it on people, pull up, why don't you, right? Mm-hmm. And like it's in different cities and areas. So I think what happens with the rap dissing thing is if you don't see a monetary value with it, worse things can happen. And that's why I like the mindset Johnny's coming with, because what Johnny is saying is y'all should work together, and because if people are introduced to this and love this, they are going to buy it and purchase it. You know what I mean? Because it's part of the culture. And I think the way Drake and Kendrick did it, it still makes it a way for them to make money because they're not trying to hurt each other.
Bro, and like, they're sitting on a bag of money together right now.
Kendrick,
exactly.
Just like laughing at everybody thinking this shit is real.
But Kendrick's calling Drake a pedo flat out. Like, I'm sorry, I would be fucking tight if someone was calling me a pedo on the internet.
You ever see the videos that people made online and it's like showing,
but
like
Drake even
Drake's
said it on the
songs,
grassy,
like shitting certain songs, and he's like, you were still bad in high school, and he's like,
you're 16. I
told you I would have waited, or some shit like that. Like, he's like, this shit feel like teenage fever.
Yeah.
Like, he's fucking. He says a lot.
He says it in his tracks.
Yeah.
So he says he's a pedo like more.
What up, Joe?
Times.
PDF file, Johnny.
I'm sorry. PDF file.
I don't think Drake has ever said that. And the thing is, Kendrick didn't call Drake specifically one. He called his friends one. And then he said, Drake, I heard you like him young. That's what he said in the lyrics. But I again, it's a lot to deal with. The fact that this man is taking this to South Park, it shows you how an idea and how creativity from a mind that comes from real struggle can be so powerful when given the chance and opportunity with money and backing a team and the right PR. And Kendrick doesn't rap like everybody else. He's very intricate in what he does. Is very talented. I don't care what anybody says online about the fucking Super Bowl. I know everybody was in their bag about that. Y'all can't do that.
The Super Bowl performance was great.
A lot of people hate on it. People
they're just mad because the Chiefs lost.
Johnny. But I just want to say salute to Kendrick. He has a new distribution company he's pushing with right now. He is not in TDE no more. So I just want to say that's a really great way.
But is this confirmed though?
This is confirmed. This is from the boardroom. So they're going to be basically this is via Variety. Variety's a, you know what I mean, they certified. So you know what I mean, they're a media news company forever. And the boardroom just covers it, and they seed it. They seed the information out so people can see it in different platforms. It's like, you know how you used to go to you go to a bodega and it's a news guy out front, the newspaper guy, he got all the tabloids and shit. It's the same thing. But now it's just on the internet. Now you don't see those guys no more. Those guys that was on the street, they have now turned to these guys that post it and make the post. It's crazy how you kind of or their kids understand the internet and they just make companies like marketing companies or media news companies or work on social media in general. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy game with the internet and technology. Oh man, Johnny, what happened to your boy, man? What's up with your boy, man? From Puddle of Mud. What's going on, man?
Yo, he hit me in my feels. Like that.
They did my man dirty though. He was doing good.
No.
He was doing good.
Say?
Puddle of Mud's 52-year-old frontman Wes Scatlin, excuse me, was arrested for felony domestic violence after allegedly getting into a physical altercation with his girlfriend. Some things he be saying in the songs a lot. He was ultimately charged with felony domestic violence and possession of a controlled substance. As of Saturday morning, which is probably like trees or something, he remains in Los Angeles County Jail, and the bail is set to $90,000.
Bro, if you look at his eyes, they don't look like trees. No, I'm smiling.
That's Johnny.
Is that Johnny?
No, I'm smiling in mine.
Same case.
Same.
He ain't smiling, bro.
No, he's
his
not.
his eyes are pinned, and he looks like he's going to rip someone's face off.
Everyone's posting his lyrics from his songs. They're like, maybe he's the one who is the schizophrenic psycho. Yeah, that's a song that he.
I'm a schizophrenic psycho. That's a good song.
Yeah, the Puddle of Mud was such a great band when they came out. She flipping hates on me. Joe Bridges in the comment. Chill. Let my man rock though, man. Like you know what I mean? Like he's not mad. He doesn't look mad. I feel like that's a normal occurrence, and it just went a little bit too far. To be honest, he looks great for 52 when he's still rocking and rolling in Puddle of the Mud because he just did the thing last time with he did the cover song. So, you know what I'm saying? He's still doing his thing, bro. Like, I can't get mad at him. Maybe he got to figure it out. Things happen. Trust. She freaking hates him. La 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 love. I bet everything seems to blurry since he can't control her, and now he fucking hates him. They just keep quoting his lyrics.
That's a good song, too.
He's human. Things happen.
He hates me.
Oh, that's Puddle of the Mud? Okay.
Yeah, that's Puddle. Yeah, he's the lead single of that guy. Bro has been a raging addict since his song went big. Oh my God, that's TV. The TV said that on Twitch. Wow. He said, that's my dude. What up, ODR? What's shaking with you, brother? He's always reminded me of the front man of Candlebox. Yo, that was a crazy comment on Twitch right there. That's crazy. I don't know. I can't judge another man's life. I can only just study what the media gives me. The opinions expressed on the 4shxts podcast and Mr.Goodbarz platforms are solely the opinions of them people and not anyone else's. So we're just here exploiting the media that is given to us. That's all we're doing, guys. Let that disclaimer sit for a little bit. But yeah, I feel like you know, if he wanted to change his life, he would. If he wanted to, he could. It's a choice, man. Because I got a brother right here that made a choice and changed his life. So I'll be booking a session in the April. All right, bet. ODR, I got you, brother. 4 songs? All right, perfect. Let me know. You know what? Every session comes with a free beat, too. So if you guys don't know, Mr.Goodbarz Toy Box Studio, shout out to ODR, man. Old Dirt Road. A.K.A. Chris Lavelle. If y'all see him in the chat right there, follow him right now. Because they might not know you as ODR, buddy. So, yeah.
I'll say this.
What's up?
Not to interrupt, but while we are in advertisement, my friend, don't forget, if you are tired of DraftKings.
No, you can't say that. You can't. Melbat, we're sorry. This dude doesn't know what he's doing. Are you fucking serious? You can't say the other company.
I didn't say it.
You see? Yes, you did.
I said the other company.
You can't gaslight me because you have Snoop Dogg on your back. He think he can gaslight me. He think he's a A-list celebrity. He can gaslight me.
You got to say something like, you know.
You can't.
You're tired of betting. How's that?
No,
you can't be the king of the draft.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
If you're tired of being the king of the drafts, or not, if you ain't being the king of the drafts, come over to Melbat.
Yeah.
Place a safe bet. You know, shit like that. You can't just name drop. But that's partial advertising for them as soon as you name drop.
As soon as you talk about the other competition, you're giving them a chance and an opportunity to shine, Johnny. Why you keep mentioning the competition is beyond me. But if you don't know, bet smart, win big, and with Melbet. Johnny, could you read that part for me right there?
What part?
That part right there.
Be smart, win big with MetaBet.
No, it's Melbet.
Oh, it's Melbet?
It's Melbet. What the fuck are you doing?
Damn, Johnny.
Sit your ass down.
What do you need me to read? What do you need me to read?
I need you to read this.
All right, bet smart, win big with Melbet. Looking for the best betting experience? Melbet has got you covered. With high odds, fast payouts, and a massive range of sports and casino games, your winning streak starts here. Sign up today and use promo code Mr.Goodbarz, all lowercase 10. That's Mr.Goodbarz 10 to unlock exclusive bonuses. Secure and reliable, 24/7 betting action, live betting and casino games. Don't miss out. Place your bets now and turn the odds in your favor. Join Melbet today.
Thank you, Nick. Join Melbet, get it shaking. Don't be the pick of the prize, and don't be a king of drafts, Johnny. Because last time you was a king of drafts, you wanted to fight Logan Paul.
Jake. And I'll still beat his ass.
See?
Go into that. Why do you have more faith in that fucker that you showed me earlier this morning? That small dude. Than Jake Paul, bro.
Let's
what the fuck?
Let's go back.
Watch this clip.
No, you took
he has more faith in this guy right here, this short, scrawny dude, than he does his own brother. That's like, yo, I can take Jake Paul.
And then you can't
Let's
take
talk
Jake
about
Paul.
your first loss to Jake Paul the other night, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're talking about. Whoa.
We were playing the game.
Get that nigga!
We were playing the box game.
With no training. No training on a different game platform.
We were playing,
I am at a whole disadvantage. When I say I'm gonna beat Jake Paul, my bro, I am going through training. I'm going to beat this guy's ass
He
down.
told me pick Jake Paul. He told me pick Jake Paul, and he picked the strongest man in the game.
He's not the strongest guy in the game.
No, you picked the strongest guy in the game. So it was me as Jake Paul and him as the strongest guy in the game. And he got his ass beat, knocked out, sleeping. Round one.
On a PS what?
5?
5? Okay, so I don't own a PS5.
But you picked the strongest character in the game, though.
Dude, it don't matter. The controls are the
That's
controls.
like
You
me.
got trigger. You got 4 buttons here. You got up here. It's the same thing.
Nah,
It's the same thing. The controller's the controller.
Nah, because I had that block issue, my bro. I'm like, yo, how do you block? And I had to keep on going back. And I'm like, oh shit.
L2. No, yeah, R2.
See, you don't even remember.
L2 is to lean. R2 is to block.
Listen, this is why I don't trust Johnny fighting Jake Paul, because he don't even remember the buttons on each controller.
Bro, I know the left hook.
Johnny's gonna press X. Johnny's pressing X. Oh, he didn't block. He don't remember block. He don't remember. That's what happens when you don't remember block. Look at that. X button, block. Oh, he missed the block button. You better parry. Nope, he didn't hit that button. Oh, no.
It looks like that camera guy's in the ring.
He is in the ring. Man bun to man bun. Johnny, this is why I don't trust you, because you ain't got that.
The man bun?
No, you ain't got that. You see that show, that tripod right there on his shoulders? You don't got that. That's a tripod on that man's shoulders. You ain't got one of those.
Just let me eat a few pizzas real fast.
Let me eat a few pizzas. It's crazy. No, this is why I don't trust you going in the ring with Jake Paul, because you do not have that tripod on your back. But Mega Def's Dave's Mustaine slams new metal. Johnny, this is your.
Were we about to see a fight?
Yeah, that was it. It was just a knockout.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? Oh, it's quick. This is how Johnny.
I wasn't watching. I wasn't paying attention.
This is Johnny's chin getting knocked in real quick. Hold on.
No, I'm the guy in the red shirt, bro.
That dude's
I'm
got
a small
weight,
guy
bro.
in the red shirt.
That dude in the red shirt is probably like 200 pounds.
They had to stop that. They're like, don't beat my boy up like that. He ain't ready for that. He ain't ready for that street shit. He said, what? You want to kick me? Look at that. Is the face
Of hate.
of complete disdain for your existence.
That's
Like he's hitting
You just
you.
pulled the Kamehameha real fast.
Dude, he's about to hit you with the might of all his ancestors right now.
Mike?
The might.
The Mike?
The might.
The Mike? Tyson?
Stop it.
Yeah,
Just,
stop,
Johnny,
stop.
you're horrible.
Yeah.
You're horrible. This is why you don't know block buttons.
Yeah, facts.
This is why you don't
Triangle.
Yeah, heavy attack, right? Yeah, I was right. Is that bizarre? And he said, is that bizarre from D12? That's crazy work. Stop it, Joe. Stop it. Dave Mustaine, man. Johnny, this is your subject, and this is what's going on. Megadeth's Dave Mustaine slams new metal. Thank God that genre went away. Ouch.
Joke's on you, Dave, because it's actually never went away.
But I don't understand.
Is Korn coming out with new albums?
Yeah,
I'd say
they did.
I think they are.
They
Is
did.
Slipknot coming out with
New
new
metal.
albums?
I like new metal.
I like new metal too.
Yeah,
Like-
I think they are.
Your boy
Limp Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit, yeah, he dropped a new album too.
So
Limp Bizkit's my shit. I like the old school Limp Bizkit.
So all,
Me too.
all these new metal artists that Dave's saying, thank God that genre went away. How come the pioneers of new metal is still making new metal? It's like saying, thank God thrash gone with that, like, because Slayer retired. Oh wait, but they're still coming back.
Yeah, I think he's saying like no one's making no more new metal. I think it's a joke.
Let's make some.
Right? Yeah.
But we do.
I'll do some shit like that.
But I think they're like trolling by saying "NU" and it's making people go off. They're doing a genre catch. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to like people are seeing it in the comments too. Like they're trying to talk some shit. And it's a whole article about it. Like how.
What do you mean I can't have your wife?
John's story about this guy is crazy. That's hilarious.
So I mean, this whole new metal thing. I bet if you put on some new metal with Johnny in the ring with this man Jake Paul, he might be able to swashbuckle him. You know what I'm saying?
All right, this is gonna be the only.
You might be able to get him with that. You might be able to pull out the fix and flat swashbuckler and get it done. Some new metal in the background, you know, that might be your go-to.
Why is this the only time I actually
He's saying maybe he can swashbuckle.
This is the only time I agree with you saying
I gotta make a
swashbuckle. The fuck out of Jake.
I gotta make a swashbuckle emoji for Johnny.
Facts.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the swashbuckle.
Oh man, I think this is Dave trolling, and Dave's always trolled, and I think he's gonna make people mad because he needs some relevancy himself. But
on Sundays we do buckets.
What kind of genre is that? They're just regular metal?
Well, metal is metal. They created a whole like revolutionary of metal, like the complete breakdown from the 60s to today's music of what metal is. Shout out to the bro, man. He did that. He's in a metal band also. He also did the judging on one of the Shredder events. And
What do you mean? I've never been a judge.
Dave Mustaine. That's why you keep saying the Dave Mustaine voice is crazy. Yo, when you said that during John's shit, that shit was crazy. I was like, yo, chill. Relax. Anyway, but I think when it comes down to with new metal, like it's a part of a generation. And that's what they keep doing. Every time a new generation comes in, they want to change the genre because it's not the original. But like that's the same thing with jazz and blues, and then it became hip hop, and then it became like disco first, and then it became funk, and then hip hop, and it's all the same. Music is music, and I think the genre thing is just a way for people to sell things. Like how you look at a TV and it says 4K. That doesn't mean it has 4,000 pixels, man. If you go export something right now and you put it into a program, you have to export it as 3,872 by at least 2,842. Only reason I knew that is because I edit videos and I know that. So when you know these things about the formats and how this media comes out, you notice that things are just an advertisement.
A lot of the 4K TVs would be like 2560 or something like that.
Yeah, 2560, yeah. And that's the highest it goes, and they'll tell you UHD and all this other shit.
HDR and
all that shit, but it's just a way to sell, and it's just enough pixelation on the monitor that it can handle. That's all it really is, and how fast it refreshes. So when you look at that, it's just how fast something moves. But I don't believe in like genres of hip hop or genres of metal. I believe that hip hop is a genre, and that there's different different types of hip hop, and metal is a genre, and there's different types of metal.
Yeah.
Like as in styles, like
it's called like subgenres.
Yeah, like you have kung fu, and they have different styles, and you have mixed martial arts, and it has different styles, but they signify these styles as genres. And I don't think that's the way to look at it.
No.
Well, how many bands get mislabeled? I want to say
a lot.
I want to say
bands and rappers.
Yeah, and I want to say even the last project that we were in bars. I want to say that we were mislabeled.
I wouldn't say that. I think we were labeled the way we were because whoever was in charge. That's why, like, you know what I mean. We could have been anything.
Yeah.
We could have been a stream group. We could have been anything, Johnny. And that's up to the mindset of the person in charge, man. The same thing with YHL, same thing with anything, and same thing with Dave Mustaine.
But I mean, even so, if you like, I listen as much as I hate this shit and talking about this shit, like playing that music and listening to that music so many times, like.
Yeah, just because someone raps doesn't make them hip hop.
I want to say
that's right. I agree with Joe.
We were hard.
So what would you define hip hop as?
Mislabeled.
Hip hop is a culture.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what it's right. It's 5 elements to create hip hop, right? So why isn't it in hip hop? Why isn't it DJing, b-boying is a genre, and graffiti is a genre? But you can't do that because they're forms of art, right? So it's like, all right, hip hop is a art form, not a genre, but they labeled it as a genre so that people can identify with hip hop being urban on platforms. Mm-hmm. So when you're looking for black music or urban music, you can type in hip hop, and hip hop will come in, and like hip hop will play. Not every guitar player is in a rock band, and I agree with that. Not every bass player is in a band. Not every pianist is in a band. Not every rapper has a rap group.
Yeah, I never thought I'd DJ in a band. You know, and the only time I ever DJ'd was just for me on stage. You know?
Yeah, right. No, real shit. And sometimes what you need is just what works and what feels good to the people involved in the set project.
Now, I like being able to like mix up a set and scratch on it and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Rapping and shit, I love doing that.
Oh no, we're gonna rehearse real soon. We got rehearsal coming up next Sunday.
I'll say this too, like one thing about hip hop and metal where I think people get construed with a lot, like just like hip hop, metal is also it's a lot more than music. It's a lifestyle. And
yeah, exactly. And that's how I agree. That's why I compared the two.
Yeah, and that's why these two genres, they're at war so much and they come together so well.
I don't know, no, but that's the thing, Johnny. This ain't about hip hop beefing with metal.
Yeah, but
this is about metal beefing with metal.
Yeah. This is right here. This is metal beefing with metal.
But hip hop and metal have coexisted. You might see rap artists on opening sets for metal artists. Tech Nine and the homie over there, what's his name? From All Shot for Paravel, or was it what tech did that collab with? I forgot their name. My fault. Fallen Reverse. They did the featuring with him.
Yeah, but
that shit was fire.
Yes, and that's where I'm saying they coincide with each other, but people get misconstrued because labeling
fans,
and they say, "Oh, I'll never listen to Busta Rhymes, but I'll listen to Ozzy all day." Bro, they played a track together.
Yeah,
if you're an Ozzy fan.
Yeah, Ozzy gave Busta the blessings too. That was the only rapper he gave the blessings to.
And then what about Aerosmith?
Oh, with
I forget the name of them.
Or Run DMC?
Yeah.
Yeah, Walk This Way, I think it was.
Yeah.
Walk This Way.
Yeah. And they're working together, and through that, and if you look through
that was the start. That was really the start.
And if you look through that whole video,
Eminem did a collab with what's his name?
Who?
Oh man, I'm pretty sure he was he's a famous like singer, like old school, like
Elton John.
Elton John, yeah.
Elton John, yep. That was dope.
Elton John, yeah.
But I mean,
that was dope.
Mixing different types of genres together.
But Aerosmith and Young DMC, they actually painted the perfect picture because they're working together and they show them fighting each other in the studio.
Yeah, one side was rock and roll, and
the other side.
No, because that was a real thing that was going on. That's why they did that.
So would you say that was metal? Would you say there's a difference between nu metal and rap rock?
Well, that's what new metal. That's what they named new metal.
Okay.
That's what they said. That's what new metal is rap hip hop. I mean, this is Joe Bridges. I mean, I got my start performing being a drummer in a metal band. And where I was at the show, I rapped songs that I wrote, and the crowd loved it. Artistry is artistry.
Yeah, facts.
Nah,
it's dope. Like, yeah, like I'll be DJing their set, and I'll get up there and I'll rap songs that I wrote, rap songs we did together. That's fun.
I love that, Joe. I got some sad news, guys. Some sad news. I want to share this news because I think it is one of the most important things to know about what's going on with animation. I'm an animation guy. I love classic cartoons. David Stephen Cohen, the renowned head writer for the beloved cartoon series Courage the Cowardly Dog, has recently passed away at the age of 58 due to the big C word. Cohen played a pivotal role in shaping the show's eerie and surreal storytelling, which became a hallmark of the series. He joined the writing team in the first season and later became the head writer, penning many iconic episodes such as Club Cats and 1,000 Years of Courage, Forbidden Hat of Gold, and The Sand Whale Strikes. Rest in peace, David. Man, that's really sad.
That's young, man.
That's young. And I want to say this guy made one of the most craziest and funniest.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was great, man.
That
was like the scariest show as a kid to watch.
Yeah, as a kid,
It was like
but it was PG though. He can't pick real PG.
That's your horror as a kid.
10 o'clock at night. Courage and Samurai Jack.
Yeah, it's always late. Yeah, always late night. Fucking.
So I just wanted to give like that little the tilt of the hat to him, man, and creating such a great iconic cartoon that affected my lifestyle as a kid, which I didn't know about, you know what I mean, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I just thought Cartoon Network was fun, and I loved Johnny Bravo and Ed, and this show was really stuck out to me because it was just totally different. It kind of reminded me like a dark version of Ed, and Eddie. So
I loved it just by like the whole trippiness of the show.
Yeah.
As a kid though, like I was
as
just
a
like,
kid,
it was different.
Going through like it's a gerbil's world, and I'm just like.
Then you got like All Real Monsters and shit.
Yeah.
Like that was different too. That was kind of scary.
Nick.
Yo.
Ghost.
Yo.
Is this who I think it is?
You guys are crackheads.
No.
We're all crackheads.
You're a crackhead.
We're all crackheads.
And it was so bad. The crack that I made was so bad that it not only gave a guy I was smoking with an ulcer, it popped the ulcer all at once. Yes. So it grew an ulcer and immediately exploded. Yes, I mutated a guy. It's fucking crazy. The only time I've ever been cracked. Let me tell you. People give crack. Listen, I wasn't a crackhead. I mean, I kind of would act like one.
Acting like a crackhead.
So it was on lights out. But once you smoke it, you're like, I understand. And you don't really give. I always thought that.
They'll say it before, but somebody to throw that higher life to smoke, it has to be amazing. It's incredible. I can only imagine. I don't want to be a crackhead. Crack will smoke crack. That's a wild thing to say out loud.
Never say never.
What?
Never say never, but yeah.
It's inside. It's inside all of us.
Everybody has to.
Once I'm in hospital, forget the whatever the morphine. Give me a little bit.
If I'm still here at 95. I'm still here at 95. I'm going out like that. Maybe not crack, but maybe like heroin. I'll do heroin.
Wow.
And like a bunch of hits of acid. Go out on top.
That's what they should do for like lethal injection.
But we used to the big thing I used to do was steal liquor. But we would also sometimes get wine.
Who is this guy?
But that was
A crackhead.
Nah, he looks familiar. He looks like, I think it's his pod or something.
I made crack once.
Like, this is openly just telling people the world that
Yeah.
that he's made crack.
He's not ashamed of it.
He's not ashamed of it. He's not proud of it. He's not ashamed of it either. But the brother talking about he'll smoke crack at 95 is crazy. So don't do crack, guys.
Yeah.
Relax. Man.
Hold on, wait. Just because someone rapes doesn't make them hip hop?
Raps, Johnny. Raps. Raps, Johnny.
Where does it say this? Yeah, there's no E there.
Oh my God, Johnny.
Man.
Sorry, my screen's fucked up, so I only see the S and it looks like an E.
You're like 0 for 4 right now.
Yeah, you're 0 for 4
Yeah.
here, Johnny. You just. You're like a pile of potatoes. It's like potatoes are good, but it's like I don't want to
start
peel
growing
them.
little sprouts and shit.
Yeah. He's like, you know what I mean. You keep it in a dark mold.
You keep
He
him around
plays.
too long.
Yeah, he starts growing shit. He
Yeah.
starts acting. You gotta shave him down and
Yeah.
shit.
Wow.
And yeah, it's just, you know what I mean. You gotta make him look good, type shit
The
before
fix
you
a
serve
flat
him.
swashbuckling potato. Nah, so the emoji's gotta be a potato that looks like a little pirate fixing a flat tire with a hat on and an eye patch or something.
You know what, Nick?
Hey, this is marketing right here.
Fuck you.
This is marketing.
You know what, Nick? Eat a bag of dicks. Eat 2 bags of dicks.
2 bags of dicks.
Why? Because he has
You're the one that said
he
you
has a
eat
good
the
idea.
2 full bags of
You're
dicks.
the one that said you eat the femurs and shit.
Yeah, Johnny be eating a lot of bones.
Yeah, if it's survival of the fittest, I'm eating a femur.
Yeah, a bag of dicks.
No, you eating a bag of dicks. You eating 2 bags of dicks. Actually, before Party City closes next week, I'm gonna buy you a bag of dicks.
I know, Johnny. At least Johnny's not Adam 22. Damn, somebody from New Hampshire almost got the whole West Coast locked up.
So it's
It
different
would
from
be
there?
someone from New Hampshire.
Adam 22 is from Nashua, New Hampshire.
Okay.
He's from this city.
No, we don't rep him.
Is he a rapper?
No, he
Who
used to
is
be. He used to be a BMX blogger.
Okay.
And his whole thing was like he covered the skateboard and stuff out here. A lot of people from we're gonna have a guest on next week. My boy Raymond Brown. We're gonna talk to him about. He knew Adam before Adam got all big and before he went to the West Coast, which was like I want to say about 15 years ago. So
So he got big for the BMX shit?
No, he got big because he does blogging for rappers on the West Coast, and he does like he covers the new music that comes out and everything like that. But what happened was they basically gave one of the biggest promoters and one of the biggest like activists in the LA they served him up, man. They grabbed him, man. The feds grabbed him. He turned himself in and everything. And they're using all the podcast stuff as evidence. What up, boy? What's good with you? Fudo, what's good with you? That's my man Pyro right there. He said, Fudo said it. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Whoa. What happened? See, Johnny, you see what you do?
This shit, I mean, it went from cannibalism to bag of dicks to...
What the fuck, man? Damn it, Johnny. No one wants to join the pod like that and just see
promoting wrong
that.
groups.
I mean, this
promoting
guy
wrong
did.
groups.
This guy joined the pod.
I know he joined the pod, and then he came into that.
Hey.
Oh my God! I know. Now don't gas Johnny up. Don't put no petrol in Johnny, because he gets all big headed and starts saying wild stuff that you don't need to grape somebody to be a rapper. Yeah, that's how you say it, Johnny, on the internet. Yeah.
Yo, with me and the internet, man.
He said, it's me, it's all good. I got you, Brody. But, yeah, man, Adam 22 almost got the whole West Coast locked up. A lot of guys, because of his podcast, they're going to use it as evidence. I'm not saying Adam 22 set people up. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, as a journalist, he's not 6'9", and 6'9" literally told on people. What happens is, Adam 22 is a journalist, right? We all agree that when you join a podcast and you're reporting on something during the day and things in the news that's going on,
Yeah, you're a reporter or something.
You're called a servient. So when you have, what up, Buzz? Greetings from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's 7 Dust Day. Shout out to John Pemberton in the building.
Hey,
the fourth host of the
yo.
4shxts podcast coming real soon, man. We're going to have Pim up here. Pim, we're talking about what Adam 22 did to the West Coast, man. And it's crazy over there on that side right now, I heard. So, but yeah, man. I guess they're going to use the evidence of his podcast against these guys. And it was like a list of arrests that happened. And basically, when you are podcasting, you're basically a journalist, and when you're a journalist, you're a servient. I mean, Johnny was talking about this earlier. When you're a servient, anything that is deemed something that you should report, you can report. right, to the right authorities. You can do that as a servient. And that's basically what
6ix9ine.
He's not 6ix9ine. That's what he has to do because he had these people on these
He's
podcasts
6ix9ine.
talk about things that they shouldn't have been talking about on the podcast, and it is kind of like a minutes of guilt, and they're gonna use it against these guys, and it's really sad that, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what a media training coming in at. I don't know where it starts or begins, but to sit there and say, hey, we're gonna lock all these guys up. And say basically, hey man, you guys are not. You can't take back what you said on these podcasts. You can't take back what you said over here on this podcast. They're using it as evidence. And the thing that drives me crazy is like, yo, Adam 22's from New Hampshire. Nobody ain't talking about this over here. Like y'all know Adam just almost locked up the whole West Coast, right? I'm trying to say something.
So basically, the shit that he was reporting on.
Anything that was on the podcast and them guys talked about the streets or whatever that they can use, they're going to sweep. They took everything in the security cameras, everything. They took everything.
Because those guys were on the pod with
They were on the pod.
Yeah.
They were on, and Adam was paying these guys to be.
Not his fault.
I don't think it's his fault, but I think when you go into those situations to speak about, they don't set you up to speak about your album. They don't set you up to speak. I do. Like, if you come on my pod, we're gonna talk about your music. I'm not gonna talk about your life or your personal thing or going on. But Adam sells that. You know what I mean? People buy that. They eat that up. It's a multi-million-dollar.
They got their right
company.
to not say, not speak on or answer
exactly,
questions. So,
exactly.
That's their own fault.
But what happens? Yeah. But everybody wants to go viral. They want to have their big moment for 30 seconds, and then they're in handcuffs. And it's like
it's 30 seconds of fame.
Yeah,
16 years in prison.
It's 16 years. Yeah, what? Are you serious for saying something?
That's crazy shit. Like there was an interview and it was King Von and Lil Durk or some shit.
Yeah,
King Von was say some shit
and he looked at him. He said, huh?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, exactly.
What are you saying, bro?
He's like, don't speak.
Don't talk on nothing.
Like, yo, chill.
When you're out, and then he said, Dirk, you know what Dirk said? Yeah, we got the new music coming out.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said, we got the new music. Lil Durk is a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that situation happened with him, too.
Right?
Yeah, he's locked up right now, too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then they just locked up King Yella, because King Yella went out there talking shit about the shit that happened in Mo 3. And it's like...
Dirk was doing big things, man.
He was changing the landscape.
He was getting Morgan Wallen on his tracks. And
yeah, he was changing the landscape.
When All My Life came out, that was
amazing.
Level, yeah.
I'll say this. Whoever said the thing on Adam 22, what was the quote that you said earlier?
What?
I've unalived more people in the streets than I squabbled.
Yes, that's a thing. Okay, so since Johnny brought that up, we're gonna watch this. So this is the story of Adam 22 and what's going on. You guys walk with us on this journey of how New Hampshire has affected the whole West Coast. I feel like I have to talk about this. I feel like I like not academics, more or less like I'm just trying to talk about the news of what's going on in hip hop and how these people from different areas are affecting it. So
see, he should have had like a disclosure.
I'm like the opposite of academics.
He should have had like a disclosure in the beginning, like for entertainment purposes.
Nope, he never did. He never did. He never did.
He said could be fake.
He never did. And this is look. This is Adam. This is Adam right here. Look at it. He got that New Hampshire face.
He got that nose.
Dude, he looks like. He looks like cousins, bro.
Oh, he looks like Johnny.
He got that Johnny nose.
He got that. He look like Johnny.
If he shaved around here a little bit, he could be swashbuckling.
Oh, he'd be swashbuckling.
He looks like one of my long lost cousins, bro. I don't like it.
Yo, Raymond's in the cut right. Yo, Raymond, we're gonna have the call. We're gonna talk about it today. We're gonna have the call next week on this pod, and we're gonna have you. We're gonna do the video call officially because I want to set up the Zoom perfectly so we can rock out. But we're gonna start the story right now, and we're gonna slide out. But this is just a little 11-minute video to put my homies on and everybody on of what's going on in the world of hip-hop on the West Coast right now that's affected by someone that's from New Hampshire in this area. The crazy part about it is a lot of people didn't know he was from New Hampshire, and I was like, yo, y'all know Adam's from New Hampshire. Raymond said that dude is a lame. A lot of people have been saying that also.
So are people like shitting on him, like coming after him or something?
Yeah, so he responded. They basically saying that dude was a feds. That's what a lot of people have been saying. I don't think Adam's the feds. I think Adam is is a podcaster and he's a servient. He's a reporter. That's what he claims he does, and he does adult content. That's what he does. He's an entertainer, and he's gonna always say that. But when the boys is knocking on the door,
switching up.
What you need? What you need? I got it for you. Here. Don't destroy that. You know. So this is what we got.
Johnny's close to that.
Okay.
Out of here. I see a lot of people saying the reason why Brick got caught up. Out of here.
Yo, shout out to Anonymous Hookah. So Big U. So you heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Adam 22 was reading something off his phone, and he said it out loud on the podcast live. And it was basically saying that something was supposed to happen to somebody, which was whack, and that because somebody sent him something, and so he's basically setting up. He was scared of the tree streets, Raymond. So this is what he said. This guy's from out here. I didn't know nobody knew he was from out here. I was like, this dude's from Nashua. Why, if you got that information on your phone, why would you say that out loud on your podcast?
Rat.
That's crazy, right?
That's rat.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he could have straight up, like, if he put, like, for entertainment purposes only, then it all could be fake.
Does that say Hookah Anonymous?
Yeah, Hookah Anonymous.
Could that have protected him?
Then it's not
Yeah, it could have.
Yeah.
All is good, brother. Tuning in for today's shitty topics. Yeah, you already know. What up, Fate One? You already know this is a shitty topic right here. He used to chill. He used to chill off Pine Street for a short stint. That's crazy. This is Big U right here,
Probably
y'all.
gonna chase that back.
Free that man.
We'll also be dropping the latest CD at first, behind-the-scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere. To the backlash he's been getting because people have been saying he's the sole reason behind this big.
Oh, they hit me with the ad. Somebody told me I should get that YouTube forever.
That came out when it comes to Brick Baby.
What, ad-free?
Now here's what I'm gonna say, y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's the reason because everybody's grown men, and not only that, at the end of the day, we should be held responsible for our own actions.
I agree.
22 didn't come out and say, Big U, do this, or Big U, take this man's life, allegedly. Big U, embezzle this money. Brick Baby, go do this. Luke's Cannon.
That's who's locked up right now.
But what he did do
No, this guy.
like he
And
always
Big
does,
U. Big U turned himself
which
in.
is he pretty much entices the situation, antagonizes it, and try to get a viral moment. And with that being said, these guys usually go on this platform and other platforms and speak a little bit too loosely. Now, you know what's crazy? If you go on like an urban platform and you ask certain questions, usually the guests, they'll sit there and be like, damn, bro, that's police, or you trying to get me indicted, but as soon as these other, I'm gonna say other, as soon as these other guys come out of nowhere and ask these policey weird questions, these guys got no problem answering them. As I always tell y'all, most of these guys, when they go to these podcasts, they probably ask 95% of street questions and 5% pertaining to music or anything else that they got going on. Which means,
See that's very important right there. And not even asking about the music anymore. They're just asking about what you're doing on the block. Fate One said, I don't know. I come from, if you know about it, you don't talk about it. These fellows was on there bragging about how many bodies and so forth. I agree. They were. Let's see what information we can get on Adam this week. Let's see. Self-incriminating, if you ask me, very much so. That's the part. Where's the media training? Who's the person in the background saying, "Hey, give me your phone. Don't you say this, or this."
Yeah.
Somebody needs to say something to help these young men out.
When
Adam
you're
22
live-
used them for content. He
Yeah.
did.
When
He
you're
did.
live, you gotta
He
treat
did.
it. You gotta treat it like you're in a police interrogation.
Yeah, you do.
Don't say
You do.
anything that's gonna incriminate you.
It's a whole nother story behind all this, but we ain't gonna get into that.
I'm just gonna say that.
What you gonna say, Johnny?
Thank God I'm not in the streets because I'd end up like one of these guys.
Well, like it's not even about being in the streets. These guys not only were in the streets, they were trying to help their communities out, and they had things going on a certain way, so they can maintain what was going on. You got to be. It's not about where you were from or anything. Like they're there because they're there. You know what I'm saying?
Like Fondo said, snitch yourself out.
Yeah,
like,
no,
all these dudes did.
No, I wouldn't say they did. Because they felt like they wasn't talking to the police. That's the problem. Raymond said, I would like to see how many national locals or New Hampshire locals would like to provide information that they know of Adam, even if it's petty story or a regular story about just seeing him skateboarding or riding a bike somewhere. I would like that information, please. So if you got information on Adam 22, hit up Raymond Brown. He's on Facebook right now.
Wait, wasn't Adam 22 caught up before with some bullshit?
I don't know. I've never seen I never seen anything about Adam. If Adam 22 had some weird stuff going on, they would have already put him out there on blast. They would already. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything that was weird.
Okay, I thought I heard something different.
I don't know. Look it up. Look it up. Don't say nothing you don't know. That you got to ask me about because I don't know. I ain't gonna confirm or deny. That's how you get caught up on podcasts.
Let me find this.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Wait till I get on. I'm gonna act like a different person when I go on the podcast.
Do we got for entertainment purposes up there?
Yeah, and on the podcast,
yeah.
It says every time it says this the voices and opinions expressed here on this podcast are their own and solely on their own. No one is for entertainment purposes, and no one here is here to harm anyone, like type shit. You know what I mean? Like it says it on the podcast. Raymond Brown at gmail.com. If you got information on Adam 22, go ahead and send it to Raymond Brown, man. If you just seen him around, if you kicked it with him. That's how you don't get banned. Yeah, that's how you don't get banned. Yeah, they definitely would have him already put on blast. Raymond agrees with me. He's only had trouble with somebody punch at another person for him, and that's basically like their M for hire, unalive for hire at the smallest scale. But he's never been looked at for anything else besides this information that he provides on his own podcast. And I agree with that.
Why do you say these words?
What?
Like there's some words you don't want to say.
Because I can't say it on the pod. It shadow bans you on Facebook and shit.
But that's just like it's not like a derogatory word. It's just a normal life. Like that's life.
It is a normal life word, but some people can't handle it.
Yeah.
It's not about us. It's not about us.
Earlier you said like the big C word. You know.
Yeah.
Like the PDF file.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't know. I've seen a lot of I see. Videos, people's podcasts where like literally like they chase PDF files, and they talk this in there the whole time.
Yeah, but some of those sites, right? They're not that podcast that's doing it on that website. Because if you go to, I check that, and I go to the person that their podcast is on Facebook, they bleep it all out. They bleep the words out and everything. They give the raw footage to bot profiles that say like, oh, this is Y2K podcast fans, clips and shit like that, and then they'll put the unraw stuff on there, and then usually that's just something from like a Patreon. But we deal with people like from PBS. We deal with people like, and I'm not trying to be like PC about it. I'm just saying like, I just want to be able to present my stories and my articles and my servitude in a certain way so people can't rash or attack us for any reason, for just expressing ourselves, being human. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I try to cover up for the commenters too, and I always try to guide people the right way. That's all I'm trying to do. That's it. Ain't nothing too crazy, because sometimes your daughter might watch this, my daughter might watch this, and they're like, "What's that, Bars?" And I'm like, I gotta explain it now. You know what I mean? Now I'm caught in the middle, and a lot of parents don't know how to handle that when they're doing content or they're doing online stuff, and their kids and you think you post on the internet, your little one's gonna see. Just know that. Sorry, I'm driving and I'm using my voice text, so I apologize for using the subject matter that I did. I apologize. I change it for you the next time. I put it in a comment. No, you're good, bro. You're good. No, you're we just know how to cover it up. That's all. I know how to. I'm a filter for y'all. That's all. And I know my platforms are for people to express themselves. I just know how to filter it right. That's all. And you can't say certain things. I agree. You can't say certain things on Facebook because it might hurt somebody's feelings. I'm not here to do that. If I was here to hurt somebody's feelings, I'd just do it in a rap. Because every time I rap against somebody, they stop rapping.
No, they quit.
That's why I try for the most part just to think a lot before I speak. Cause I'll say whatever the fuck. You know, I'll give myself. I'm very unfiltered.
I'm only time I'm not unfiltered is when I'm allowed to be unfiltered.
Yeah.
When I'm allowed to be unfiltered, you will get the full version of me.
Yeah.
And I'm always have the intentions of good in my heart, man. I'm not trying to do anything foul to anybody, like not like this. This is beyond crazy, and I don't want nobody to get themselves hemmed up. Now you got somebody in your inbox wanting to fight you because of some shit you said on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm already getting life threats. You know what I'm saying? Like people are over music. Over music, mind you. Someone said, oh, well, I'm going to come meet up, go get your girlfriend, and I'm going to get my girlfriend, and Chevy Blue like Whirlwind, and we going to all meet up and fight.
Wait, are you sure this is a fighting thing or a swinging thing?
I don't know what that man was talking about. Somebody said he sounded like Diddy.
He sounded like... We need to come up with a diss track.
Because I'm sorry.
While in the building.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Back.
If
right.
if I'm going to fight you, I'm fighting you. I'm not going to bring my bitch out.
Johnny, what if your girlfriend was watching right now? And you
I don't
just
have
call her,
one.
Oh. What if a girl was looking at you and you like, damn, he called her my bitch? Like that's how you refer to the ladies that you're with, bitches?
Some people do.
Sometimes.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah.
These guys,
Johnny ain't,
Nick was like,
Johnny ain't the type of guy he don't be bagging him like that. He can't be like, hey, bitch, get over.
Oh nah, Fudo. It's just somebody that was jealous and I did the smart thing, bro. I blocked him. I was like, man, look, you 1 minute you want to be on a team, the next minute you want to say F me and you want to cut my hands off. Listen, you can't love me and then hate me within an instant. I think he was drunk. To be honest, he's a former member of YHL from back in the day, and he treats me like I'm still fucking 22 and he's 30 again. No, bro, I'm done with that. I'm done with don't try to little nigga me. Don't do that. I don't get down like don't yeah, you feel me, little who? So I just don't do that with people no more. And I blocked him. I blocked him and I blocked his family members. I was like, hey man, how about this? You just go live on your side. I'm gonna live my side. Because I can't deal with negativity right now. I got too much positivity in my life. If you're bringing negative hits to my body, I don't want to feel that. I don't think anybody wants to feel that.
I mean, look at the.
For me, I'd love to do a diss track. That's just
right. I feel like
I would excel in something like that.
I think Nick, you will be a great verbal war zone battle rapper because I think what you will bring to the table is a little bit of authenticity to being a white rapper, like on some
battle rapping would be.
Yo, when you said verbal war zone,
but I feel like yeah, depending on who it is.
You gotta write. They give you a chance to write.
Oh, okay.
They give you like 3 or 4 weeks to write.
Yeah, and you know who you're battling.
You know who you're battling.
So you do your research and shit.
You do your research. You can tell who it is.
I can do that for sure. Yeah.
You know.
Do that for sure.
When you said verbal war zone, my mind just went to COD, and I don't know.
Because it's Warzone.
Like, oh, Warzone?
He said, ooh, good, spring cleaning. Sometimes people can't see the growth or they want to stunt that growth. Good, block. Diss tracks work better. Goodbarz invited me into the battle realm. Thank you, bro. See, I love you, Raymond, and thank you so much, Fudo. I love you too, bro. I thank you guys for being here. I thank you guys for being supporters. And sometimes it's not even about like the growth. Like when I was talking to this person, and mind you, when we're not talking about Adam 22 right now, I'm talking this is my real life type of shit that's going down. When I met this dude, it wasn't like it was never no bad blood. It started happening when he started trying to tell me how to run my business. But when he first met me, when someone says they're day one, they've been plotting since day 2. That's real shit. When you call me, I don't see Johnny as a day one. I see him as my brother. I don't see Nick as a day one. I see him as my brother. If you my brother, you my brother. Like just like that. It's peace just like that. I don't need you to tell me, but I was there day one when you had nothing and you was carrying your speakers on your back. You don't have to remind me of what I went through in my past life, especially when you say that you're a teammate. You know what I'm saying? When you want to sit there and say you want to be YHL and you want to be a part of the fam, and then you try to check me about what I'm doing and I'm holding my people back and all this other stuff. But when you gave up on music because of drugs, but I kept doing music. When you ditched me for your little lifestyle and I was homeless and I had to carry my speakers from people's houses for $75 to record them in the hood, you was gone. You wasn't there. Like, this is the stuff that people don't know, and they tend to forget it. And he said, since I got my upgrade, I've been on this higher than thou shit. How about this?
You ain't acting higher than thou?
I'm not acting higher than
thou.
No,
you, him, or who's saying?
He said that to me. Yeah. He said that to me.
Like, you acting higher than thou, you'd be trying to be a bigger man and not come at him like that.
That's it. You know? And he threatened me like 80 times in the whole chat thread, and I was just like, bro, whatever. And then this is the funny part: when you screenshot it and you show people his ass, he gets scared. He want to pull his pants up. Oh, no. Oh, what happened? Oh, no, people could see you now, how you really act towards your friends.
But we already saw El Bunghole.
Now you look crazy. Now it's like, oh, I don't want the girls to see what's going on. I don't want the old guys to see what I'm doing around here. You're telling on me. I ain't telling on you, bro. I didn't go to the cops. I just got a screenshot of you. And I posted on my Facebook and I said, hey, look at this dingbat. And then you mean to tell me somebody got the nerves like, yo, if somebody was talking to me like that, I would have pulled up with my wife. I'm like, you sound corny, bro.
You need your wife to back you up, dog?
You need your girl to come with you to do anything, bro? Like, are you serious? Like, I don't understand it. Make it make sense.
She's probably in his ear like, don't let him do that to you.
What? Are you serious? You know the bills is doing the first, right? Yeah. You better go get your rent together first before you go fight somebody in the middle of the fucking street, man.
Have fun fighting people with Karen.
Right. And it's just crazy to me. And so, like, when you see these type of things happen on the internet and people getting locked up because of podcasts and people want to get it, like, some people put their lives in their entertainment. So don't let the internet dictate how you live. Don't let the internet push you to a certain point. Don't let messages make you get mad. Don't let no comments or likes make you beef with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Don't let that shit happen. Don't let the internet affect your real physical life. And this is how these content creators survive, because they survive off each other and having real love for each other. What a man. Need a woman to fight for him. She gonna swing for him too. Catch an L. That's what I agree. But this is how you really bypass this stuff. You create something where you can't even deny it that is good. You create something that forever in your heart and soul that you know you love and that you can put yourself behind. And no matter what project you're in, if you're doing it with somebody else, put your all into it, because no one can ever deny it.
Thanks.
Excuse me. That was a burp from hell. But yeah. It's about growing yourself, and I just think this Adam 22 thing is really crazy. We got an hour 17 in. I just want to say big ups to Raymond Brown, big ups to Fudo, big ups to Joe Bridges that was in the chat also. Big ups to ODR, Joe Bridges. Who else was up in here? John Pemden popped through. Fate One popped through. Shout out to Fate One, man. And I thank you guys for being a part of the talk and being part of the conversation.
Jenna, she popped in too.
Who?
Jenna
popped in too. That's what's up. That's peace. We're going to finish off on this little bit of Adam 22. I just want to say prayers to those people involved in this situation, and prayers to the podcast, prayers to because I don't wish that on my worst. You know what I mean? People getting locked up. And I think people need to show a little bit more love and stop attacking people on the internet, because life is life and the internet is the internet. If you're having fun with battle raps and can I be real quick? The battle rappers be literally yelling each other in their faces. Half of you motherfuckers wouldn't even go through that. Like, they be literally yelling at each other and they dap each other up and go get some fucking food afterwards and get their money, nigga.
That's how you know it's a game.
That's how you know it's a game, bro. Like, it's like you gotta use that anger, use that for the right reasons. Stop taking it out on your friends and family, man. Stop and being. But you will cut somebody out and say you want to hurt somebody, but you can't write a 16-bar verse right.
Stop acting like white people. Fucking colonizers.
Got Adam 22 right here. Let's run and slide it out.
Let's get into it. I see a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Brick got caught up. Out of here. 22. You know what I do? I put people in position, put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the people are getting caught up for it, especially with Break. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he was with us, right? So, you know, end of the day, I do employ people from the streets, and I guess, you know, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments, whatever this is, and all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. I'm sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor, but End of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Loose, I got love for Loose too. We're gonna be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is. So, anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper? No, No Jumper was the antidote to this bullshit. I just saw a video where a certain somebody said that they think that I'm a cooperator, that I'm a witness in this whole indictment. I just want to clarify. If the feds hit me up, I'm gonna sit with the feds. I'm gonna have a conversation with them. Wanna know why?
What? What?
What the hell do I know about Big U? I barely spent time around Big U.
Some of his stories are a little sus.
As far as Brick Baby,
Yeah.
we've had conversations, but would I be able to be privy to any of the crazy stuff that they might eventually accuse him of? No, not at all. Brick Baby never told me about nothing of any significance in terms of any kind of street shit. You know, he's told me about stuff, but not like anything that really would move the needle. I wouldn't be able to say that I witnessed anything really illegal of any interest, even if I did have the feds breathing down my neck. Loose cannon, like, what do I know about Loose cannon? I seen that everybody else has seen on video. So I just want to throw that out there that, you know, me telling? I have not had a conversation with a Fed, cop, about any gang, street, anything involving Crips. I never had a cop say the fucking word Crip to me ever in my whole life. So I just want to make that perfectly clear. You can count on Big 22. I'm solid. Free the Crips.
Never been
Alright, now that y'all seen the videos, y'all watch this video. Now, keep in mind, Big U literally just turned himself in less than 24 hours ago. And right after that, Adam 22, he streamed, he went live, and then he called Whack 100. And this is the first question he had to ask him. Check this out.
Yo, Whack, what's up with the screenshot that Traplo Ross sent me? Are you begging Big U not to kill you?
Alright, so that's the part that Adam's not getting. It's not about him cooperating. It's not about him being the sole reason behind these guys getting locked up. It's mainly the fact that you give them a platform to say weird things that they're not supposed to be saying. Now, granted, you know, it's up to them to actually go up there and not say certain things. However, especially videos like this. Whack, what's up with you saying that Big U was trying to kill? What?
I said the same
Big U
thing.
literally just turned himself in. Why would this even be a conversation? Why would you feel comfortable to even say, yo, didn't you say Big U was trying to kill? Why would you do that? So I think that's the part that he's not understanding. They're not trying to say you're the sole reason, but you're giving a platform, you're allowing them to say weird stuff, you're asking weird, indicting questions, and they're answering them because they don't know any better, and it just continues to fuel the fire. Now here's a post he put on his Instagram story. It was pretty much DJ Academics making a post about all the indictments that came down and the podcast being involved. Once again, this just goes to show that them people do be watching social media. As much as y'all feel they don't, or y'all been lied to and told that they don't, they definitely watch social media. So check this out. DJ Academics would post, quote, about 30 to 40% of the incidents described in this RICO indictment against the Rolling 60s can be traced back to podcasts or online back and forth. Threats, plots, and incidents seem to be directly related to online beefing, podcasting, which heightened tension. Did y'all hear that? Listen to what it said. It said 30 to 40% of the incidents described in the RICO indictment can be traced back to podcasts or online back and forth. Threats.
The whole time, and Adam's, the thing is, what he's trying to say, Adam was documenting it all. He was documenting every part of it. So, Raymond, we're going to have a great talk about this. I just think, guys, when you use the internet, just know people can see you.
Fact.
Don't get caught with your pants down. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop telling on yourself.
Yo, for real though.
I like this comment that Raymond said. He said, the feds spin the block on his podcast. That's the only reason why he says it, because he doesn't have to literally snitch. All they have to do is watching the shit. They've been doing it the same formula since 1994 with the hip hop police. All they did was transcribing over to the internet because the internet makes it easier for them to do their job as hip hop police. The Patriot Act went into place when George W. Bush was in office, so count how many years that is. Wow.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Wow.
That was along with the New World Order too.
Wow. So I just think you have to be smart when you use the internet. Just be mindful. Have that filter, you know? Have that filter. Just be careful. Just be careful what you say. Understand who you're talking to. Understand the people. They are out here watching us. The world is real. People have emotions. And I know a lot of people, we all get like to the point like it's just us here, but it's not like that.
Yeah, no, it's not just us here because
It's not.
look at
the perspective of other people.
On the other side of the camera, even though there's been consistent viewers and stuff like that and regulars and some that we do know, but there's some people out here, y'all complete strangers. You only know us through a screen.
Yeah,
facts. You don't know me and my everyday life and what I do, or Bars or Nick. Like,
what kind of people know what you do, Johnny?
Yeah.
They kind of know what you do. You're not doing this though. You're not doing that. Look, Johnny. Your shoulder don't look like that, Johnny.
You don't have to.
This is the 4shxts podcast, man. I'm yours truly, Mr.Goodbarz. To my right, I got
Johnny Ghost, who's gonna knock out Jake Paul.
And to my far right, I got
Nitro Nick, who's gonna laugh when he gets knocked out.
You're a dick.
And we're the 4shxts podcast because we talk about the shit you don't want to talk about.
Like Jake Paul getting beaten.
And yeah. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next week, we got Raymond Brown and possibly Ryguy, the Fly Guy. We're the 4shxts podcast. We out, y'all. Deuces. All that shit. You know what I'm saying?